The temple was much larger than the compound in Mibu, as it advertised. It's not like they had some realtor show them temples and places. They took this place by force. The entire Shinsengumi could gather in the new common room with space to spare. As Kondo spoke, his voice echoed grandly through the hall. By now, I imagine you've all heard the... is that Leimochi? That doesn't look right. Aiemochi Tokugawa, the 14th shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate, will be visiting our city of Kyoto. The Shinsengumi have been asked to guard him as he passes through the city on his way to Nijo Castle. The Shinsengumi guard the shogun? Almost immediately, the room exploded in cheers! Too hard for them to ignore us after Ikeda and Hamaguri, huh? All that work's finally paying off. Guess you could say the fate of the country will be resting on our swords, huh? He let out a snort of laughter as he spoke. There was something in what he said that put me on edge. Then again, it wasn't as I'd be going to guard the shogun. Parade guards, huh? If only Sanan were still with us. We have truly lost a valuable ally. They'd never told Ito the truth about Sanan. In fact, the entire incident surrounding his transformation had been covered up. Only a few of the men in Shinsengumi knew the truth. Perhaps Kondo felt guilty for deceiving him because I saw a brief flicker of bitterness across his face before he spoke. Well, at any rate, things are going to be rather hectic around here very soon, so we ought to get our assignments hashed out. To begin with, I'd like Toshi, Soju, and myself to... Sorry, Kondo, but you think maybe Soji can sit this one out? I think he's getting sick. What? Soji, is this true? Are you alright? The demon's just being a mother hen, sir. I think I'm fine. Don't give me that crap. You just coughed up a lung earlier. Fine. Think someone's being a little overprotective, though. His smile had turned a little bitter as he spoke, but he looked fine. Perhaps Hijikata was just being overprotective. I don't like him talking about that demon. I don't like when you say the D word around me. Demons, sighed. Didn't have much time to dwell on it, however, before... Heisuke? Kondo, I'm not feeling so great either. You too, Heisuke? This is our time to shine. I was hoping to have all of us there to greet the Shogun. Yeah, sorry. No, your health comes first, always. I'm sure you'll have another chance. I'll just have to make sure you get to do something spectacular. Kondo's got a good attitude. He did his best to simply wave it off, but it was easy to see his genuine concern for Okita and Heisuke. Once he had finished inspecting the rest of the soldiers and sending them off on their assignments, Hijikata turned to me. Alright, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Watch the parade? Don't give me that. I'm asking if you're coming with us or not. I can go too? Yes, you're coming with us. Oh, but the guy I've already got the most I've already got 2 into... Oh, God, dang it. Of course, we certainly won't mind after all. You're practically one of us. If you want, I'd love for you to come. Could I? Could I really go? Hesitated for a moment, confused, and Okita and Heisuke laughed. I have 2 thingies in both of these guys, I believe. Just look this up real quick. Down, that's what I mean. So, that one's already at threshold, and Toto is at 2, and Haruda's at 1. Toto and Haruda are at 1, Okita's at 2, and Okita looks like he probably needs 1 more to cross that threshold, and hopefully after the turn be our guy that we're gonna follow. I kind of feel bad committing to that now. Didn't realize he was such a jerk. We could soften him up. That could be the whole thing that we're doing there. But I don't really like it, because I kind of have been enjoying Haruda's company a lot too. And because now doing that means we have to stay home. Alright, why don't you go? I'd be surprised if anyone did so much as draw a sword. It didn't seem quite fair to me that I wasn't even a soldier and I could go, while they were stuck back at the compound. Still, I felt drained lately with the lack of information we've been able to uncover about my father. Perhaps this would be the thing to cheer me up. I'll go. Alright, we're going. Okay, alright, fine, that's cool. Perhaps the excitement of the occasion was infectious, as I felt a steel in my spine that I hadn't been there before. If so, however, it appeared Hijikata was immune. Calm down, you're just carrying messages. Think you can handle that? I'm glad she's going. I'm glad she's just excited to go. This is the part I wanted to see anyway. Right, left, right, left. My footsteps echoed softly through the night. My legs are starting to cramp up. I decided it was best to take a short break and stop to look up at the castle. In the early days of the Tokugawa shogunate, Nijo Castle had been a place for the shogun to stay on his way to the capital. It had been a while since a shogun had actually stayed in it, though. We'd met the shogun on the road and began our escort about 30 minutes earlier, and had arrived at the castle relatively recently. By now, I imagined Kondo, Nagakura, Ino, and the men were greeting the officials and other important people in the shogun's retinue. Well, I've got a job to do. More specifically, it was my job to tell all the soldiers when to change shifts, and generally carry messages back and forth. A glorified errand girl, in other words. This means I'm not totally useless, right? Keep telling yourself that, Chizuru. Time to get back to work then. Even a short walk around Nijo Castle was enough to see several blue jackets, all of them on guard, none of them nervous or anxious. Oh, of course, after all, the castle's really well guarded, only an idiot would try to get in. A sudden chill ran down the length of my spine. I froze. Uh-oh. I knew the feeling. 2 feet of cold steel, waiting to find their way into you. Eyes shining with a lust for blood and violence. I'd never hoped to find myself accustomed to such a horrible thing, but in the time I'd spent, the time since I'd begun living with the Shinsengumi, I had felt it more than once. I suppose they would have called what I felt radiating from the shadows bloodlust. My eyes were drawn up toward the roof, where no normal person would ever think to go. A large wall cast a shadow, shielding a section of the roof from the moonlight. There they stood. Well, look who we've got here. It's the entire cast of Rivals Anonymous. Hey. Hi, everybody. Again. Sorry about the whole making you guys have to leave. So, you've noticed us too slow then. They looked very distinctive, unlike any soldiers I'd ever seen before, but 3 sets of piercing eyes scattered my thoughts and made it difficult for me to think. I'd recognized them. Now I had to put names to faces. Mo, Curly, and the third guy. Chikage Kazuma, Mo, Curly, and Joe. Kyuju Amagiri, Kiyo Shiranui. They were connected somehow to both the Satsuma and the Choshu, and they'd made an effort to impede the Shinsengumi at Ikeda and again at Hamaguri. Whoever they were, they did not belong to the Shogun's castle. Why are you here? Hey, little girl, you ought to be asking yourself how we got here, not why. It was pretty easy, you know. A little human wall doesn't mean anything. A little human wall doesn't mean shit to a demon. We are here for a specific purpose. That purpose is you, Chizuru Yukimura. We are here for you. I don't understand. A demon? What do you mean? Why are you here for... No, you must be joking. How can you ask what a demon is? Perhaps you're the one joking here. After all, you're the one. You are one, just like us. Oh! Well then. He stepped forward, the shadows following him like a cloak. That complicates a lot of narratives with my dad. And other things. Or they're full of shit. When Amagiri spoke, it was calm and peaceful, as if he was trying to reason with a frightened child. Do your injuries heal quickly? Too quickly, perhaps? Are you experiencing lightness of head? Or any other problems? If so, do we have the deal for you? What? Do you heal from injuries faster than any human could? Well, I couldn't bring myself to answer that, so I pursed my lips and remained silent instead. Shiranui's eyes narrowed. What the hell? Maybe it'll be quicker if we just give her a demonstration. Enough, Shiranui. I don't care if she admits it or not. We're here for a reason, and that hasn't changed. His eyes dropped to the kodachi at my waist. Her family name is the Demons, and she carries the Demon of the East's kodachi. That's evidence enough. My family name? What's wrong with Yukimura? I didn't understand what he was saying, but that didn't stop the cold sweat that I could feel inching down my spine. It felt almost as though the darkness itself was coming for me. Then again, it isn't as though we need your permission to kidnap you. Female demons are rare, now come with me. His hand stretched out from the darkness, pale and grasping, like a tentacle from some hideous subterranean monster. Then out of nowhere, a blade flickered through the night. Hey, y'all. Whoa there, pal, trying to pick up chicks in a back alley? That's not creepy at all. Oh, wow, that was him saying it. Okay, sorry. Oh, Katsuma, there we go. You again? The culture and the nose of a dog, I see. One could say the same to you. Sword and spear glinted in the moonlight, and Kazuma stepped back momentarily stymied. Harada, Saito! My legs felt suddenly weak, as if the now shattered tension had been the only thing keeping me standing. I teetered backwards, my balance momentarily lost. I see a 3-on-3. This is even numbers. A strong, sinewy hand caught me and pulled me back, its grip hard as steel. Oh, now it's okay, for now it's 3-on-3, for real. Stay back. Since I obviously won't be fighting. Hijikata! One hand guided me around behind him, even as the other drew his sword. I figured you were here for the Shogun's head. What do you want from a kid? I've little interest in you or the Shogun at the moment. The matter at hand concerns only we demons. Demons? His eyes narrowed. Heh. Haven't seen these punks in Hamaguri. As Harada drew his spear back to ready position, I saw Shiranui's hand move toward the gun on his hip. True, though I feel little at this reunion. Saito's hand tightened around his sword, and Amagiri's feet shifted into a stronger stance. Oh my god, guys, just chill. Y'all are super powerful and macho, we get it. You don't have to kill each other, for real. Tension hung in the air so thick I could scarcely breathe. Also, one of these guys has a gun, so y'all bringing guns to a knife fight, and it's not gonna go well in your favor. Knife beeps. Things have escalated. One era or level or something. They were powder keg, ready to explode. Even the lightest movement could be enough to set them off. As slowly as I could, I moved my trembling hand toward the hilt of my kodachi. I'd nearly reached it when a voice whispered in my ear. Don't worry about the commander and the captains. Yeah, Yamazaki, when did you... He'd appeared as silently and invisibly as if he had been a shadow himself. I have been ordered to return you to headquarters. Then you're telling me to run away? It was true that if I remained, it was unlikely I could actually be of any help to anyone. Two choices are weird. If I return to the headquarters, we got the two guys there, one of which who I am kind of pursuing. But if I remain here, I get to see what happens. I knew I'd be having to make this choice. Screw it. I'm remaining here. I'm gonna stay here. Yamazaki's brow twitched momentarily in surprise. You don't understand. What do you hope to accomplish by remaining here? I know that staying here might not be the smartest idea, and I know that I probably won't be able to help. In fact, I might even get in the way. But I have to. I'm sorry. They'd called me a demon and told me to come with them. I still didn't know what they meant by that. I need to know the truth. You have a reason to stay then, and conviction. I admire that. Unfortunately, I have my orders. Just as you must remain true to what you believe is right, so must I. Alright, kicking and screaming, here we go. Yamazaki reached for my arm, ready to take me with him by force. His hand nearly reached me when I felt a bolt of lightning race up my spine. I spun around to see Shiranui, his hand wrapped tight around the grip of his pistol, and his eyes aflame with the heat of a blacksmith's forge. Did he shoot me? Oh, he nearly shot me. Warning shots? Hold on there, buddy. The princess says she wants to stay, so she stays. You gotta learn when to let a girl go. With his last words, Shiranui launched himself toward us, just as Harada leapt to intercept him. There are times when quick decisions are important, but Shiranui's short temper can be problematic. Perhaps, but you seem uninterested in stopping him. Saito and Amagiri had maneuvered nearly into striking distance of one another. Damn it, what the hell are you doing? The brewing fight had gone from a brawl to a set of 3 duels. Ichikata threw me an angry look before turning to glare at Katsuma. Ah. Stand my ground, cry for backup, reach for my sword. 3 choices, 3 dudes. I gotta pick which one's for which.